Yeah,
Welcome,
baby,
to another segment.
another week of reactions here
with
on the Amp
the boys.
Theory. If you joined us when we went live yesterday on Sunday, 8 p.m. Texas time, 10 a.m. Korean Standard Time, you would have known exactly what we're doing today. Actually, you probably wouldn't have known exactly. But today we're going to react to BTS Ugh and Ddaeng.
It's Ddaeng.
I like to say Ddaeng because there's two D's. I'm
Emphasis
stupid
on
American. I like to say Ddaeng. Okay.
Dang.
But
Dang.
both videos explained by DKDKTV. People probably, as soon as I'm saying that, they'll know. But these are both the explained videos. This was super chatted to us by Stephanie Frez.
Shout out to the people from Chile.
And let me say, so even though the thing's over there, I can't reach it.
Toda
But
mi gente
so this
chileña.
was number one on our list. Go check out our live video for the announcement that we made regarding our weekly uploads and what we're doing with super chat uploads and stuff like that. And also the news that we started a Patreon. The link will be in the description down below. If you want to support us, you're more than welcome to. But we're going to at least post that weekly starting out. So.
No obligation. If you want to help support the channel, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, you can just watch the videos, like, comment, subscribe. Either way, we just want you to go on this journey with us.
Y mi gente de Latinoamérica, Stephanie Frez, de Chile. Muchas gracias por tu apoyo y por recomendar este video. Creo que vamos a aprender mucho. So, estos güeros no saben cómo hablar español, yo sé un poquito. So, quiero decir eso para que miren que somos diferentes culturas aquí.
That's what I'm saying. I heard something about little. Poquito.
Estos
Talking shit over here. After I upload this video, I can translate it to English. So I'll know what the hell you say. I'll watch.
I like to say I'm sorry. So I'm expecting to learn a lot.
Yeah, so I'm expecting to learn a lot. So both of these videos, we're going to do them back to back. So we're going to do both Ugh and Ddaeng, or Ddaeng if you're cultured.
It's Ddaeng.
Explained by a Korean DKDKTV.
Say that 5 times fast.
I cannot.
DKDKTV.
Ugh explained first.
So close. So close.
He's gonna explain it, so why don't you shut up?
We'd already stopped talking.
So here we have another clever song from the BTS rap line spitting out fire, just like Ddaeng. But if you thought this song was to diss haters and crush them, well, I would say that is maybe like 50% right.
Okay.
It's actually deeper than that. So let's dive into the real meaning of the song.
Thick leather jacket.
So Suga starts out with saying that the haters are starting to get triggered again, and they get triggered so fast that even before the actual fuel is poured, they ignite and burn themselves. It means that haters overreact and blow things out of proportion with the smallest details.
Ain't
And
that
in
the
that
truth?
process, they don't know that they're actually hurting themselves with all the negativity.
Start to bite
Now he's
down.
being sarcastic and calling the haters a pro, a player that enters the ring with a trivial little flaw and keeps on biting on that and doesn't let go, making a big fuss out of it.
Oh, to bite
So
down.
동네북 is literally translated
I said
into
bite on
neighborhood
dong.
drum. This is a Korean expression that means a drum that anybody can hit on, basically meaning an easy target or person to shit on. Dung is how Koreans pronounce the
Those
sound.
are bars.
The haters keep on poking with no reason, like a boxing player that keeps on jabbing. And if Suga keeps on ignoring them, they start to stab him. This expression 담궈버리다 is actually a very hardcore slang used by Korean gangs when they stab people with knives.
Oh.
The original word 담그다 would
shit.
mean to put an object
담그다.
into a liquid, usually used in terms of kimchi or salted seafood called 젓갈. The common thing among these foods is that they are all red, liquidy, and they go inside jars afterwards.
Oh,
for
snap.
fermentation.
Oh, they talking about offing people.
Fermentation?
Why they use this word
Oh,
in
shit.
that kind of way.
It's that 187
And cool
stuff.
is a word that expresses the action of stabbing
So stupid.
into
What you know about
something
one of
very
those?
deep and
about that word.
What you know about it with that janky ass diamond? Look like a prison tat.
That's a scratcher, bro.
틀리게 나오면 나가가지고 창을 내가지고
Talking about to
젓가락
make him
뭐를
into
할까 말입니다 이게.
Tungada.
넌 언제 나이를 처먹고도 여전히 무지막지 아니? 험한 새끼. 젓갈이 뭐냐 젓갈이. 아, 나 이 우한 새끼.
Now notice that the mimetic words dung dung dung, tuk tuk, and puk puk all rhyme with uk and each other, and they all escalate in each line from hitting a drum to jabbing and stabbing. So haters start off trying to tease and make fun of Suga, but
It's also
when he doesn't
not
respond, they start jabbing and stabbing him. The truth becomes a lie becomes the truth. It's funny to see everyone suddenly becoming a morally perfect and flawless human being. And yeah, I know a little bit about this too, and it seems like the typical characteristics of many online communities and platforms with people that have nothing better to do in real life than spread hate towards
Twitter.
others.
And virtue signal. Yeah. Oh, he's doing the tweets.
RM states that rage is an actual emotion that is sometimes needed. He says that people have the right to get mad at certain things, and that might be our history. The word history can be used in general terms, as in a nation or the world's history, or in terms of BTS themselves, like how their success and legacy was motivated and accomplished through anger. But overall, RM acknowledges the fact that rage can likely change the world. Now, Korea is a nation full of rage against many surrounding countries that invaded and colonized our land. Also, don't forget the most recent incident of rage impeached our former president as well.
Yeah, I didn't know that. The rage juices.
But he says that the anger that heads towards him is not punno, rage, but punyo, human waste, PP and poo-poo. He says that haters are actually killing anger with their fake anger, and numerous people are tired of that. This means that the useless negative energy or anger about stupid things haters throw around in the world is actually devaluating the power and impact of the word anger.
That's deep. That's deep. That's going on.
That's you complaining about, oh, I don't like his shirt. He's calling you out.
No, that's fire, bro. I spit number facts.
RM keeps on going by saying that your anger is not just killing us. We're used to that shit anyways. But the real problem is that people are getting insensitive about the emotion anger itself, since it's so normalized and thrown towards them and in every direction. He keeps on going by saying that human waste and indifference is a team, which is what the haters are and deserve.
Bro, those are some deep lines, bro.
Yeah.
I'm glad that like it's getting like broken down, right? That way we know exactly what's going on.
Ugh is a Korean term that describes the state of blood suddenly rushing to your head in a second right after you see something infuriating. It's usually used towards people who don't know how to keep their temper and are hot-headed. BTS cleverly translated ugh into ugh, very similar to how it sounds in English, and also gives that feeling of a sudden disgust or frustration. Then why does the rap line suddenly feel angry? Because of the haters? Well, not exactly.
Yeah, it's
They're
just
actually
like,
mad because of the anger that
Tired,
contains malice. At this point, they don't care about what haters shit on them anymore. They're angry about the fact that this pure emotion called anger is being used in such a malicious way to hurt them or others, which result in nothing else but harm. It doesn't change the world or history, and that's why they bring up the word punyo, human waste, because anger is becoming wasted. Then J-Hope goes on and says that he's angry about the anger that got extinguished. In accordance with the previous lyrics, this means that J-Hope is angry that at some situations when anger was truly needed for like a protest or a good cause or whatever, it died out and didn't meet its final goal. Because the anger is being diffused towards random subjects like BTS themselves or, for example, DKDK-TV. They don't care, and we don't care either, but if that energy were to be gathered and used for a meaningful cause, the anger could actually make an improvement in the world. So basically, stop shitting on Twitter and throwing your anger at random people and make that anger useful and make yourself useful.
That beat's so dope.
In general, they go on promoting anger. They say be angry about things that are not just in this society. However, to the haters, this line has a sarcastic double meaning. It's basically saying, yeah, go off as much as you can until you become ashes and break yourself. Whatever, I don't give a J-Hope continues to say that he understands that anger is a powerful emotion that moves and rules the world. But then he says that some people these days just can't live without being angry. They're just too angry at every single little thing, and they go crazy with it. They're like, ooh, 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 ooh. Once again, he points out that there are thousands of reasons to get angry about. Either if it's for good or bad, it is anger. He says that unleashing your anger is okay, but he doesn't like the anger that harms other people's lives. So he urges haters to stop that. So someone's actions can hurt someone, and someone's words can make someone lose hope, and someone's blink of an eye can become a moment for someone. Someone's anger can cost even the life of someone. Suga spits out of disgust.
Like
Although
Richard in
these
Panama.
lines are universal and it applies to all of us, here in particular in this song, because they went to the extent of mentioning a life, personally, I think they had in mind of the tragic incidents that happened in K-pop last year. Stupid and useless actions, words, mockery, and anger were wasted on such meaningless things about idols and celebrities, that some of these celebrities were forced to make a very unfortunate decision. If you think this is a stretch, then you should listen to the next verse.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This part is an impersonation of haters and netizens. These jobless people keep on saying stuff such as, what's the big deal about getting some insults? You guys deserve it because you guys make a whole lot of money anyways. So stop complaining, it's a toll for being famous, so just suck it up. This is the common logic that many netizens would say whenever a celebrity brought up how they're suffering from.
Yeah, but then they get all like upset. Or Will Smith somebody. I wonder what ahem means.
Just
Try me. Just let me be in your place. Let me be an
bitch.
idol, and I'd be able to deal with all of them.
Excuse me.
Is what the haters keep on saying, justifying the hate comments and undermining the pain celebrities have just because they profit out of publicity. Then the haters say the word ahem. Now this sound or word is used in English as well, simply to clear out your throat or show that you're present or give an invisible message to somebody who's dumb, who's not able to read the atmosphere, or to nullify the awkwardness after saying something embarrassing and on, like something like that. Anyways, as you see a lot of ahems in this part, I would say that all the usages and context would actually fit in. However, just to add one extra point of view as a Korean, the sound ahem was mostly used by yangban or gondes in Korea.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So yangban is a privileged noble class during the Goryeo Joseon dynasty that knew how to read Chinese and studied Confucianism and were superior in class to all the other classes such as mechanics, merchants, farmers, and
Peter,
slaves. These yangbans would use the word in diverse situations like when they needed their servants or when they would scold them or try to show off their nobleness.
우린 과거를 보러 가는 길일세. 그 쓸데없이 방차지하고 있는 상컷들 밀쳐내고 어서 방이나 한 칸 마련해 놓게.
보시다시피 양반님네 성화가 보통이 아니요.
먼저 숙박한 사람을 내쫓다니 이게 무슨 경우요? 그리 못하오.
아니 저놈이 지금 뭐라고 짓거리는 게야?
가만.
Don't you see my hat, bro?
양반님네들이 저리 순하게 나오시는데.
One of them yang bands.
I'm on the top of the pyramid. Look, I'm gonna take this thing
제대로
off.
된 과거도 아니고 그까지 잡고 하나 보는데 뭘 그리 볼 게 많은가?
사람 목숨 다룬 일이 그리 만만한 줄 아십니까? 그래봤자 의원 나부랭이가 아니냐? 너희들이 하는 일을 의학이 아니라 의술이라고 부르는 이유를 모르겠더냐?
Also, 꼰대 basically means a boomer in the workspace or someone older than you that tries to force their way without any logic or reasonable reason just by the fact that they're born earlier than you. These 꼰대s casually
I'm
use
the youngest.
ahem
What the
to
fuck?
give
Yeah, but you got that
nutrition to the
Kunde
framing
injury,
thing
bro.
that basically means figure
I'm the
out
junk
what I
cook
mean
over
or
here.
what I want without me having to say it with my own mouth. The magic word would be ahem, and everybody would have to shut up and comply. So the word ahem has a complex usage and nuance in it, but basically it would be best if you understood it as these internet keyboard warriors who think they are morally perfect, better than you, sitting on their high horses, trying to shush you and give you nunchi and say, suck it up. So yeah, you could replace it with the words like, suck it up, get over with it, or shut up. While BTS
Or in
is
Sarah's
receiving
case,
all these ahems, if you listen carefully to the
Just
tone
a-
they're rapping with, you can feel a sense of
Sorry.
sarcasm, which means at one
Parking
point,
lot
BTS
shenanigans.
is saying the same thing, ahem, vice versa to the haters as well.
Ahem.
In conclusion, this song is mainly about BTS's anger against how people these days waste their precious anger, emotions, time, and energy in stupid things like mocking celebrities, BTS, and internet figures, and on, which sometimes lead to tragic incidents. When this anger could actually be used in a revolutionary way to bring change in history or positivity. Therefore, Ugh is not a direct diss song about the haters because it seems like BTS has elevated to a level where they don't even care anymore about human trash. It's bigger than the haters. It's a declaration about the emotion anger itself and a lament on the modern day socio-contextual usage or waste of anger.
Hey. That's
Wow.
lit. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out
I'm about to
DKDK.
do Ddaeng, but
DKTK.
wow.
Hey, so that was actually really
Helpful.
deep.
Yeah, it was really deep.
It was really deep because, so like, you know, here in America, if I can bring it close to home, our TV, you know, our political TV, our politicians, they use anger a lot to get us, you know, people against people.
Right.
And sometimes, you know, because, anger brings up ratings.
Yeah.
You put things up that, you know, and everybody knows that news TV's dying. So
Yep.
they've actually been overdoing it. So I think this song's very appropriate in the American sense because it's the only country I live in. The only one I know
Yeah.
to speak about
Yeah.
is the fact that how it's affecting us is there's a lot of hate, not just on there, but on social media. Like there's just a lot of anger, misdirected anger.
Yeah. The deeper part of this video actually got to me, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, there's a lot of hate that goes out, like, into the world, and it shouldn't be out there. It's misplaced.
Yeah.
And a lot of that hate finds its way onto the internet. And it doesn't matter who you are, if you've ever been, like, a bully, or if you've ever been bullied, I'm sorry, something like that. Like, I'm sorry. You have to feel sorry for the people who bullied you, right? Because that misplaced anger was, like, dropped into your lap, and you're a bigger person for having dealt with it.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
right.
So, like,
well said.
And if you have been bullied, like, you know, my heart goes out to you. If you're going through some shit right now, my heart goes out to you. One of the things that we try to do here is, like, we want to make you smile. We want to make you laugh. We want to take your mind off of any of the shit that you got going on that's negative in your life.
So in the song, you know, they actually bring up some really touchy things, especially what they say that, you know, how the K-pop icons got hit with, you know, some of them taking certain actions that are irreversible, you know? And, you know, if you're getting bullied online or in person, know that it gets better. Like, these people don't stay in your life, you know? And, you know, before you get to a point where you do things that might be forever, you know, definitely reach out and talk to somebody, you know? That's never the answer, is what I want to say, you know? Just because they brought it up in the video and I wanted to address that, because you never know who's going through something like that, you know?
Yeah. There's always going to be somebody there for you to talk to. And, you know, we have conversations with people all the time. Like, if you're having a bad day, shoot us a message. Like, you're going to get a response.
Yeah.
Like, we talk to everybody who sends us a message.
Yeah.
And if that, like, makes your day, like, that's great. Because, like, it makes our day, like, talk with you.
Yeah. Spread positivity, y'all.
Be positive.
Yeah. Let's get into Ddaeng.
What did it Ddaeng? Well, it's just dang, but
I'm glad you finally came around.
it's the dang for the cultured.
You doing this for the culture?
For the cultured people.
Oh.
For the cultured ones.
Hey, hey, hey. Cool.
Okay, I know you wanted this,
I was trying to
so
get
here we
sick of
are.
you.
The rap line of BTS, RM, J-Hope, and Suga dropped a hip-hop track recently on their SoundCloud called Ddaeng. It's a song that has an oriental and trap beat at the same time, and it's also a diss track sending messages to their haters. But the wordplay inside it is just amazing. For example, the title Ddaeng itself is used in multiple ways throughout the whole song.
That sounds so dope.
These are all card combinations that come from a Korean card game called Seotda or Hwatu.
팔대. 잠깐.
Dang.
굿땡이요.
Hit
Simply
him with
think
that
of them
dang.
as the best combinations you can get during a game. For example, 3 and 8, which is called 38 광땡, is the ultimate pair that nothing can beat. Thus, the first meaning of deng here would be translated into something like better or invincible.
Dang!
Dang.
Again, in the chorus, the word deng is already used in 2 more different meanings. For these 2 lines, deng is used as the meaning of wrong, which originates from the imitation of a xylophone sound used in quiz shows or auditions when the participant is wrong or bad.
Oh, so it's not like, dang, homie.
Yeah, you guys
It's like
For
wrong.
this line, deng is used as the sound of a bell. And it also comes from a children's song called 학교 종이 땡땡땡. Regarding J-Hope mentioning homework in the next verse, there's a very high possibility that this line implies the meaning of go to school, kids.
Hip-hop, dang. Rap star, dang. Young rapper, dang. Bangtan, dang. Bangtan, bang. Worldwide, bang.
The first lines of J-Hope's verse describe the criticism they received in the early ages about their hip-hop or rap style, or BTS being a flop. However, in the next lines, he explains that now they've become a worldwide bang from a dang.
Dang. 내가 보기엔 너네는 땡. 우리 모두가 땡. 누가 끝발이 좋든 간에 나는 땡전에 상관하네.
It kind of gets trickier in Suga's verse. The usage of dang is suddenly changed without any notice. The first
Dang.
indicate the meaning of wrong or nope, but when he says 누가 끝발이 좋든 간에, he suddenly jumps into the card game again. 끝발 is an everyday slang word for power/influence. When you see a very successful person, you would say something like 와 끝발 죽이네 or 끝발 날리네.
Wow,
This
끝발
everyday
죽이네.
slang word's
Dang.
origin comes from the card game Seotda again. Good is a combination of cards equivalent to 1 point to 9
Oh,
points.
man.
It's the
Should
most
hate the
common
first
pairs you will receive during a game. In contrast, a deng is above all goods.
That's mine.
So that's what Suga is saying in his last lines. 나는
Dang.
땡 저는 상관 안 해. Which means I'm a
Got
deng
me.
and I don't care about you lower class goods.
Dang.
So one more thing before we go into Arm's verse. Good has the same sound as good. Yeah, and this good means the end. Suga ends his verse by saying 계속 걱정해주길 good. It could be a double translation as
Good.
continue worrying about us low pointers, losers,
Ha,
and
good.
continue worrying about us, the end. I'm out. Mic drop.
계속해 상소리 땡. 어릴 적 좋아함 얼음 땡. 난 띵동, 넌 땡. 넌
I'm ding dong, you're dang.
라면 먹고 잔 얼굴 땡. 널거지들 두열 땡. 날 반한 네 얼땡. 네가 쩔어 뭐죠 개얼땡.
Now, personally, RM's part is the apex of this whole song. It's because in one single verse,
The
he
apex
uses
predator.
7 different usages of deng. The
What?
first line, 캐셔 계산 소리 땡, is literally the sound of the cashier opening, which could also imply that he has a lot of money now. And the second line, 어릴 적 좋아함 얼음 땡, is a Korean version of tag. It's when kids run away, they shout 얼음, which is freeze, to get immune from the catcher, and then another survivor can come along and tag the frozen person, saying 땡, which unleashes
Dang.
them from the frozen
thank
state.
you.
And third, 난 딩동, 넌 땡, means I'm correct and you're wrong. And
Ah.
fourth, 넌 실끝,
I'm
난
ding
땡,
dong, you're
is
dang.
again referenced from the card game. You might be a 7-pointer, but I'm above that tier.
Yeah.
Fifth, 라면 먹고 잔 얼굴 땡, comes from the expression 땡땡 부었다. It's a fun way to describe your face is swollen after you've eaten ramen last night.
땡땡
Sixth,
부었다.
떨거지들, do your thing. 날봐 난니 air thing. RM is now playing with language now. The pronunciation of dang is similar to thang, which is the slang of thing in English. Last but not least,
RM thangin' that thing?
Dang, the thang, the dang, dang, dang.
RM finally uses
You
another
funny
similar
Cisco
sound,
joke again.
tang, to make it rhyme with dang.
You thangin' that
없다
thing.
is a slang for 어이가
Thang
없다,
thangin'.
which means dumbfounded.
어이가 없네.
Phew, so basically, I would summarize this song as genius wordplay and rhythmical onomatopoeia. The repetitive dang sound makes the song much more rhythmical and addictive, whereas the various meanings of dang constantly changing throughout the song make it
Dang,
hard
dog.
for
I'm trying to watch
foreigners
the
or
video.
average people to understand,
see past that
but
back
at the same
signal.
time makes it genius for a rap lyric.
우린 celebrate celebrate 네가 뭔데 날 인정해 이름값 하는 개구리들 응원 안 해주기를 간절히 기도할게
You're a
We
fraud. You
celebrate
can't live
rather
up to your
than being
name.
a celebrity.
Yes, I can.
This line shows
My name's
BTS's
Peter.
attitude or
Got a big
mentality
dang.
of being a celebrity in a nutshell. It's not about
Oh,
being
I heard.
special
I
or
heard the
enjoying
little
the
dang.
spotlight. It's about sharing and returning the love they received by celebrating together.
이름값 하는 개구리들 응원 안 해주기를
이름값 하는 개구리들 우물 안에 죽기를. This is a reference from a Korean saying called 우물안 개구리, which means a frog is stuck in a well, and he thinks that well is his whole world.
Oh.
Thus, he's very narrow-sighted, and he thinks he's the best inside that small world.
Dang.
개구리
Dang.
usually just means frog, but in this case, I think there's a hidden double meaning inside it, saying 개구리다, which is a slang for
개구리다.
Fucking lame.
or foul. I think RM is addressing
that
to the
one.
haters in Korea who think they're the best with their own lame songs in this small country. He's saying they should die in this small well called Korea without even having the opportunity to see the big world outside, where BTS is now using as a stage. Last but not least, as a director's
That's a
commentary,
sick
I would like to point out
flex.
the fact that despite this song being a diss track, there's actually no real hate or toxic cursing inside, but rather BTS chooses to play around playfully with the word dang in a teasing manner and swaggering about their current success.
That's
For me,
dope.
this is the point that sets
Dang.
apart this song from all other diss tracks. Low negativity, but comic and satirical high self-esteem.
Dang, sorry.
I think we should
I'm
just
so
do the video
sorry.
with the
Wow.
headbanging.
Dang.
I got lightheaded.
Dang,
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Let's talk it out a little bit though.
I mean, he pretty much explained it all.
That was dope. That was dope. Like learning so much about the culture. I like these.
Yeah.
They explain like stuff about Korea.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
got another one coming this week from Trick, who wanted us to do the K-pop history by the same guy. So that'll be interesting. That'll
Yeah.
be coming out Sunday. So
Yeah. No.
But that was dang.
that was amazing.
I didn't know it was that deep.
Yeah, I like I like all the information that I got. I hate watching it with these guys. But I love
I
watching
like
it
the
with you guys.
explanation of like
Dang.
the frog in the well, like how like being narrow-sighted could like be dangerous.
Dang, that's wrong. What I'm saying is right.
No.
I used it in context because I learned something.
Dang.
Dang, that hurt.
Cunt. It's because you're real.
I'm real what?
What was that word they use? Kundo.
That's probably not the word.
Kundo. Fuck. Sorry, I got a horrible memory. But you know the little uppity people with the cool hats. That's this guy.
Alright. Well,
You're so fucking stupid. That was ugh.
Oh, bro, I learned so much.
Roast him.
No, don't
Roast him.
Hey,
please.
It's a long ass video. Roast him.
Use your anger properly
Ooh.
and roast them.
That was also an ugh. Using your anger.
Yeah, well, that one
Ugh.
hit. But hey, look, I like
Dang was more like
He's like
dang dog.
Yeah.
Nah, Peter's dyslexic. That's why these videos went backwards for him.
Anyways, thank you so much for joining us today.
Ding dong.
We,
Dang.
we enjoyed having you.
Ding dong.
Goodbye.
Guys, thank you so much
We
for
love you.
watching you. We love for watching us, watching them, watching you. So
Watching you.
It's Inception, man.
Watch
I'm watching
Inception.
Peter while you're watching me watching
Oh, wait,
you.
no, this is the side of my beard I fucked up. Let me look this way.
okay.
We love you. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for this super chat, Steph. Appreciate that very much. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Good shit, right, Maroki?